What's up, Springfield Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home of Springfield local Tiger football all season long, and very proud of it. Player profile, state semifinal style, as Springfield will play Fort Fry Saturday night at 7 o'clock at Zanesville. We will have the call, Anthony Romo and Jamie Thompson from Zanesville. Pregame show with DJ and myself from Zanesville from 5:30 to 6:30. And also a pregame show at the Tigers table in Springfield from 5:30 to 6:30. But player profile, WRS Insurance Solutions, the proud sponsor of Springfield local football, and proud to have them as a sponsor, joined by Beau Brungard. First of all, Beau, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome game last week. We'll get into that a little bit here, but let's give Springfield Nation, let's talk a little bit about Beau Brungard, talk about your family a little bit, give a little background about yourself for Springfield Nation. So the floor is yours, my man.
Well, I got to start with my family. My parents, they're great. And my dad, he calls the plays on the offense. And my mom, she's just a hard worker, and love her for that. And we all know Brady, the center. He's great. And I got a sister. She's younger than me. She's in 7th grade. And then I got a brother, older brother, in college right now. And when it comes to the community, Springfield, they're just so great. Just every week, fans went on the Tigers table and watching on the TVs because we can't get everyone in. And even the fans who do come to the games are just so loud. And I couldn't be more thankful for the community I got around me.
Well, I know they're thankful to have you. I know that. Let's talk family first a little bit, Beau. Stopped up today at A to Z Athletics to get some Springfield State gear to wear up to the game. Got a chance to meet Mom. I can tell from the instant I said hello how proud she is, not only of you, but of this football team. Dad is a big part of this football team as a coach. Your brother is the center. How special is this for you, having family so involved with this football season? Talk about that a little bit.
I just think it's great how I got all the family. Brady's the center. Dad calls the plays. We just have this chemistry on the team. And my mom, she's really proud of us. She's all in. When I'm on the game field, I can hear her in the stands screaming, yelling. She's loud every week, and she's real proud of us. She's proud of the whole team, and I know everyone is.
Okay, Mom has probably the toughest job of everybody. That's safe to say. She's not down on the field with husband and her son's on the field. Let's go to Dad a little bit. I cannot, Beau, say enough good things about your father as a person, as a football coach, as a player at Youngstown State, the things he did. How special is that for you as the quarterback of a football team, going to the state semifinals with the knowledge and the background that your dad brings to you, but more importantly, Beau, the support system that's there on the field for you? Talk about that relationship between you and your dad.
Yeah, I think me and my whole team, we're just grateful that we have someone as smart as him calling plays. And he's been in football for so long, and he knows what he's doing. And he can think on the fly. He's calm up there, calling the plays. And I know that at the end of the day, after the game, he's proud of me, and he's my dad, and he supports me whatever I do. And I think the whole team's just grateful that we have him.
Well, shout out to that. I'm going to go salute Mark Brungard, because I'm going to say right now, Beau, there's not too many coaches in Northeastern Ohio, your dad and Coach Guerrero, that call that play Boilermaker, as it's well known now. To have the confidence to call that play to win a football game speaks volumes about the type of coach your dad is, but more importantly, the confidence he has in your football team. Take me to that point. You're down 3. There's 34 seconds left in the game. You're coming off the sidelines. Jamie Thompson and Anthony Romo were calling the game for us. They, from the time you got the ball, said there's plenty of time. Clay's a good field goal kicker. Take us from there on those plays that lead up to that big play.
Yeah, we pretty much knew that we had to get down there as fast as we could. And every single week we practice this kind of stuff in practice. And we knew Clay has a good leg, and if we get him in range, he'd be able to kick one. But we had time, and then we just had some good plays. We got out of bounds. We had 3 timeouts that we could use, and that was a good thing. And then we got down to that point on that last play when we called the play, and we've worked on that play so many times in practice, and we've just had it, and we've been waiting to use it, and perfect timing, I guess. I wasn't expecting it at all, and I was kind of shocked when we call it, but I'm just glad we executed and it worked out perfectly.
Well, there's a lot of people that are glad it was executed. So, all right, you're the quarterback. You get the play call. How's the huddle when you're calling that play? What's the feel of that play being called? It had to be a feel that you've done this before in practice. You're scoring a touchdown. Give us the feeling in the huddle.
I think we all got a little excited when we heard that because when we run on our scout team, it kind of works. And, we've been waiting for so long to call it in a game and run it, and I think we're all a little excited, like maybe this is actually we're gonna pull this out, and when we did, we kind of just all we all just got real happy, and we realized that this is actually gonna work.
All right, we're with Beau Brungard, player profile, sponsored by WRS Insurance Solutions, talking about the play Boilermaker that is putting his team into the state semifinals against Fort Fry Saturday night. I guess, Beau, there's a little difference between running that play on Thursday night against the scout team and then in the regional final against the good Creston Norwayne team. DJ is behind the scenes here. He's going to run that video, but I don't know if you know this, but Springfield fans, this play has been on Facebook. 21 got us the film of the touchdown pass. We have the audio from Jamie and Anthony Romo. Beau, this had over 10,000 feeds of people watching this play to win a football game. That has to make you and your football team awful excited.
Yeah, I didn't know it had that many feeds. That's great. I mean, in all my times of playing football and even watching football on TV, a game like that, it just doesn't come around often, and a play like that. And I was just so glad I could be a part of that.
Well, you were a huge part of it. You had a big game Saturday night against Creston Norwayne. Beau, I go back and I talked with Coach Guerrero. I talk to him every week. And I want to say it was a couple weeks ago I talked with him, and he was disappointed. I want to say for maybe the St. Thomas game on the 2-minute offense before the half. We had talked. We were working on that. You're working on it in practice. I don't think people understand the amount of time that your coach has put in to your football team, and you guys spend off the field, on the field, and work in situations like the one you were in Saturday night. Talk about the preparation that goes into a week of Springfield Tiger football.
Yeah, well, every single day is a grind. We pretty much practice for every single scenario where I think we're going to see in the game. And talking about that St. Thomas Aquinas game, really the whole season we've never been in that situation and not a lot of time left, and we got to get the ball on the field. And that kind of gave me some experience on what it's like and what I have to do. And after that, we kind of grew on that and we learned. And then next few weeks, we just worked on that kind of stuff in practice, on getting out of bounds and not taking a sack and all the little things that matter in not a lot of time you have trying to get down the field. And with all that work and practice, it kind of showed as our team. We just stayed calm in that situation, and we all knew what we were doing, and we just got down the field. But yeah, every single day in practice, there's no days off. We put in the work, and it's paying off.
There's no doubt it's paying off. This football team's in the state semifinals against Fort Fry. We'll get into that game with Beau. I want to talk a little bit with you about this senior group. You're a junior. Your brother's a senior, a big part of this. I've talked to a lot of players on your team. Very close-knit group. You guys all get along well. Had to be awesome to play 3 playoff home games for Springfield. Most years this doesn't happen. The pandemic hits, Beau. There was a time where it didn't look like football was even going to go. Now you're preparing for a state semifinal. I know you're a junior, but I know how important this football team is to you because your brother's a senior. Talk about the closeness, I guess, for you as a junior being that close with the senior group. And the kids that are younger than you have that relationship. How close is this football team as a unit?
Well, growing up, we've all been like best friends. I mean, all of us, we're all from Springfield. We've played football together since we were in Little Tigers back in 5th and 6th grade. And that's when it really started. And I mean, we've just stayed close ever since then. And we just formed a chemistry. And we've just played with that on the field, and in this senior group, they're so special, and I couldn't be more thankful for them and of how they lead, and how they play every night. And it's just great that I'm able to have guys like that who I can play with on Friday nights, and off the field. They're just so great.
Well, that's awesome to hear. All right, let's go little brother love a little bit. Let's go with Brady a little bit. He's the center. He's the defensive lineman. That has to be so awesome to play with your brother. I guess my question is there a lot of brother talk during football games, during practice, or is it just business? Or do you let him have it if he misses a block or he's not doing it, or is he giving you some grief? Talk about that relationship a little bit throughout a game and practice.
Yeah, I'd say during the games, it's just strictly business. But in practice, if he does something wrong, I might get on him just a little bit more than any other teammate. But yeah, when it comes to the games and we strap it up, it's just he's just another teammate, another brother out there. We're all brothers out there, and that's how we treat him. And it's just business. But yeah, sometimes I give him a tough time at practice if he does something wrong. I'll say something to him, just get him fired up, and but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's why they call it tough love. That's good, tough brother love. This offensive line is very good, Beau. Your offense is good skill people, good running backs. I love your running backs. Nesbeth and Tyndall do a great job running the football. You as another running back. Your receivers, there's so many of them. Slike and Yema and those guys do such a great job. Talk about your offense a little bit and what that offensive line means to you.
Well, yeah. First of all, I gotta shout out my O-line.
There you
Just
go.
I couldn't be more thankful for the guys up front blocking for me, keeping me safe. I could probably count the amount of times I've gotten sacked on one hand this year. They're so good, and they're smart, and I just couldn't be more thankful for them. I could go on, but my receivers, I've been blessed with. Last year, I had receivers that were very good, and coming back this year, very good receivers, and just all around my running backs, hard runners. Um, I just think we have a lot of weapons last year, and coming back this year, we still have a lot of weapons, and I'm just so thankful for the guys around me. I can't just I gotta have all this help, and they do so great, and we work as a team. We get it done.
Well, there's no doubt you work as a team. So, and that's what good quarterbacks do. So let's both go. Shout out to the O-line and the
Oh
receiver
yeah.
running backs for Mr. Brungard to do what he does. Let's talk about yourself a little bit. We're with Beau Brungard, player profile, sponsored by WRS Insurance Solutions. We'll have the game Saturday night, ysnlive.com, 5:30 to 6:30 pregame show, 7 o'clock with Anthony Romo and Jamie Thompson. The pregame show will be in Zanesville, Beau, but also we'll have a crew at the Tigers table. That's a hot spot for Springfield football. But let's get into yourself a little bit. I want to take you back to that state championship game. You lose the state finals. I'll never forget. I listened to an interview with you and your dad, and about many more opportunities. I guess I want to ask you. You lose that game. You get on the bus. That ride home. What's going through Beau's mind? What Beau wants to do in this next football season that is now going on?
I just think from the time that game ended, I was just thinking about getting back there. And every other player on the team who's playing
Sure.
this year, it was just on our minds that we wanted to get back there. And it was definitely a learning experience for us going against a team like that. It was very good, and even this whole entire season, we kind of like to remind each other of that game, and even in the locker room, we have it posted 48-14, which it was the score of that game, and it kind of lights a fire in us that to remind us that if we need to get back to that point, we need to practice hard every day, lift hard every day, and we need to do what needs to get done to get back to that point and win it all. So we kind of like to have that around in the locker room or in the weight room, just 48-14, wherever we go. We like to see that. It kind of lights a fire for us.
There's no doubt that lights a fire. A lot of the guys I talked to, that's why I asked you that question, have said the same things. But I think you guys have done a great job of going week by week, game by game, practice by practice. Now you're in the state semifinals. About Beau Brungard, how good can Beau Brungard be is my question. You get better every week. You get better every day. What does Beau Brungard want to do with this football career? What are some of the things you want to continue to do to get better at, to keep leading the Springfield Tiger football team?
Well, I just like to take it day by day. It's just every single day. You got to put in the work. It's just you just can't stop. It just has to be nonstop, and I couldn't do it by myself. Like I said, I have great teammates around me who help me, but I never want to see myself decline. I just always want to be getting better. I never want to just stay the same. I always want to get better every week and show improvement, whether it be my reads, whether it be my moves or just any aspect of the game. I just want to see myself get better at. And throughout the week, I'll just try and work on something that I didn't do as good the last week. And every week I just try and focus on something and get better at that. And as the season goes on, all those add up, and then it just kind of all fits together in the playoffs.
Well, it's adding up very well. It's working out very well. There's nobody that works as hard as you do. I know you will continue to do that because that's why you are a great leader for this football team. And those guys have your back and trust everything that Beau Brungard does on the football field to help this team win. And now you're in a state semifinal. So let's hop into that. How exciting is this? When you really sit back and think about it, you played a state final last year as a sophomore. You're a junior now. This football team has talked about this. Now, I like to tell people it's finally here now. The state semifinals here. The game's going to be coming up. How excited is this football team?
We're just really excited for this game. You know, we try to take it week by week, and we stay focused. But when you step back and look at it, it's like we're actually playing in a state semifinal game. Like it's pretty big, but can't really focus on that. We gotta stay calm and just act like it's another week. But I think we're pumped up. We're getting ready, and we're gonna be ready than ever to take on Fort Fry and give them everything we got. And we're gonna leave nothing out on that field.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Springfield Nation. They need you. For the fans that'll be there, be loud. Fort Fry, Saturday night, 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you. Talk about Fort Fry a little bit for the Springfield fans. Talk about their defense a little bit and some of the things that could present a problem for the Springfield offense.
Well, I just think watching them on film, they're very fundamental. Don't make many mistakes, and they're strong up front. They hit hard. They're just a physical team, and I think that's where we have to match them with the physicality. They're not gonna make many mistakes, and they're gonna be where they're supposed to be on defense. And so I'm gonna have to make my reads, and we're gonna have to play a pretty perfect game. We're not gonna be able to turn the ball over. We just can't be making mistakes because they're not going to be making mistakes. So they're just very physical, and like I said, they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, talked with Coach Guerrero, Beau, before you, and that's some of the things he alluded to, that you need to be patient as a football team. They'll try to take away the big plays, but that's why when I went over some of those, that's where I love these running backs, because those guys in your offensive line can play smash mouth with you running the ball too when you need to. So I look forward to being at the game. I look forward to saying hello to some of you guys that I get to talk to every week. From all of us at YSN, Beau, we are thrilled to be a part of Springfield football. Coach Guerrero obviously is a family member, a cousin of mine, but all your teammates and coaches have brought us, the YSN family, in, and that makes us awful proud to be there and be a part of this state championship run after we get this semifinal victory. But I'm going to close it with you. We're going to play a little rapid fire. I got a few questions for you. No wrong answers. I love to do some of these. The first one I'm going to ask you is, since Coach G, as they would call him, is my cousin, from the quarterback spot, give me one word to describe Coach Guerrero.
One word to describe Coach Guerrero. I'm going to say goofy.
Okay.
Goofy. He's funny, yeah.
You know what? It's funny that you say that, because all the highlights you see, he's jumping up and down.
Oh, yeah.
He does have a little kid in him, right? And that's fair to say that there is that little kid in the head coach that likes to have fun with his football team. I loved seeing some of the videos of you guys after that touchdown play last week. He was the leader of the cheerleading session, obviously.
Oh yeah. After every big play, he loves to celebrate with us, and we all love that about him. That's just who he is, and we just love it.
Yeah, that's a great answer, and he loves you guys as a football team. He says that every week when I talk to him, so shout out to him. All right, what's your favorite color Gatorade?
Favorite color Gatorade? I'm gonna have to go with. Oh, that's a tough one. Light blue.
Okay, light blue. How about favorite rap music for Beau when you have the headphones on and you're just getting yourself ready for a football game? What's Beau listening to?
Before a game, I'm definitely gonna say the artists Meek Mill or Drake.
Okay.
Something by either of them. There's a couple of songs, but those are the two that get me pumped up the
All right.
most.
Well, you better make sure that you have those two cranking loud, whether it be on the way up or on that field and warm-ups. Make sure Beau has his music. Uh, favorite college football team?
Favorite college football? Ohio State for sure.
Love Ohio State. They
Oh
got
yeah.
week. That's a shame, but that's one of the things I want to ask you about. When you say day by day, it truly is day by day with this pandemic and with things that are going on. You guys have done a great job as a football team of staying in that bubble. That has to be important for you guys to continue that.
Oh yeah, definitely. The whole team's just so grateful that we just had a season. We were all doubting it, and we weren't sure if we were, but we couldn't be more thankful we do. And the coaches and everyone on the team, we just take it so seriously that we stay inside our own bubble. And if we're gonna go hang out with people, we just hang out with each other, and we don't try and bring too many outside people in. And wherever we go, if we're in the locker room or if we're watching film, we're always have a mask on. We make sure that we keep distance, and we just make sure we follow everything just so that we could have the season because we were just so grateful that we were able to.
Oh, that's an awesome answer. Keep doing what you're doing. All right, favorite pro football team?
Steelers for sure.
Oh,
Uh,
Beau.
yeah.
You just made DJ Oakley happy. He's a Steelers fan. I'm a Browns fan, so you've beaten us every year probably since you were born. So you're used. The Browns isn't even a rivalry for the Steelers. We'll just leave that one at that. All right, we're with Beau Brungard, player profile. WRS Insurance Solutions is a sponsor. We can't thank them enough for all they do. What's your favorite class you've had so far at Springfield?
In school,
Yes.
I'm a big history guy. I love history.
Okay. History class. You want to give a shout out to a teacher, favorite teacher at Springfield? Give him a Beau Brungard shout out here on player profile.
Shout out Mr. Snyder, history.
Mr.
Loves this class.
There you go. Shout out to you, Mr. Snyder, for all you do for the Springfield Tiger football team and the academics that they handle very well as a football team. All right, let's go. Who's a role model? I'm curious about this one. A role model that you maybe want to style your type of play from in the college or pro ranks. Who's somebody Beau keeps his eye on a lot in the game right now, football?
Right now, I love watching Lamar Jackson and modeling my game after him. The way he runs with speed and his moves, and yet he's still able to throw the ball.
Okay.
I just think his game's great.
All right, Lamar Jackson. I can see that. I'm gonna give you another one. See if I see a little Kyler Murray too in you. I can see a little bit of Kyler Murray there. Those are two good choices. This one I think I know, but I'm gonna ask who's your role model every day? Things you need, your role model that you go to on and off the field. Who's the guy you go to?
I'm gonna
lady. I'm sorry, I should have handled that question a little better.
I'm gonna say my dad. You know, whether it's on the field or it's off the field. I mean, I can just go to him for anything, and in the way he does things through his actions. You know, I just try to model everything after him.
Well, I'll tell you what. I watched your dad play. I watched your dad coach. You model yourself quite well. Your dad is one of the most respectful guys in our area, on and off the field. So, Mark Brungard, salute to you. Mrs. Brungard, salute to you. You've raised great kids. I know your older brother very well through baseball, and obviously Brady and yourself. So that's a great shout out to your family. That's well deserved. I know the Brungard family is a great name, but shout out to all of you. And finally, the one I ask every week, Beau, is how do you want this football season to end?
For sure, we want to be holding up that state championship trophy, and I 100% think we have the guys to do it. We have the work ethic to do it, and I think we're pumped up and we're ready to do that.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind, Springfield fans, they are talented enough to win the state championship. They are hungry enough to win the state championship, but they are coached well enough, and that's the most important thing to win the state championship. But they need you, Tiger Nation. They need you in Zanesville. They need you at the Tigers table. They need you wherever you're at listening or watching this football game. Beau, you've been awesome to talk to. You represent Springfield so well on and off the field. Have fun Saturday. Look forward to saying hello. Good luck to you, to staff, and the rest of the football team. Go get that state win and take that next step to hopefully a state championship. But
we will. We
absolutely have some fun, and we'll see you Saturday night. Have a great night.
Thank you.